I told myself I wasn't gonna make a video today, but I'm just saying, why am I still alive? I'm not saying I should kill myself. I'm just saying it gets fucking annoying to have so many hopes that just don't take off. Because what did I tell myself to get through the winter? I said, I'm gonna get through the winter by planning an amazing summer. I'm gonna make mead and I'm gonna drink it by the beach with all my best friends. I'm gonna spend the whole summer baking and cooking and going to all these open mics and social events and comedy shows. I might even try more stand-up comedy myself. I'm gonna make videos as often as I can. I'm gonna wear the cutest outfits that are maybe even slightly slutty. I'm gonna experiment with my fashion. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy that. What the fuck has been happening that's been making it worth living? I don't fucking know. Funny enough, someone actually left a comment on my YouTube today. I got like 2 hate comments and then like 1 horny comment. I'll take it. A win's a win. It boosts it to the algorithm so I can hopefully meet people who aren't assholes. But I will say this. Someone said, you'd probably get more ratings if you stopped swearing. I had to tell them, shut the fuck up. One of my most recent highest rating videos is me talking about how I had a frozen avocado stuck to my pussy. And like my highest made rating video of all fucking time, like 160k views by now. That motherfucking video is about this time braces got stuck in my pussy. I need to stop getting things stuck in my pussy, but things just like to go there. It's a great place to be. It's warm, it's cozy, it's tight, it's snug. Like, I get it. Oh my god, everyone wants to go there. Hopefully a lady sometime soon. I do have this one girl in mind, but she's weird. Well, in a good way, but just like in the bad way of not responding to my texts enough. I'm just fucking miserable. It's like, cause guess what? I every single friend I thought I'd have to fucking enjoy the summer with, I stopped talking to. I broke contact with. I ended things with. One of them came back, and even then, I'm kind of fucking regretting it. I thought I would have a perfectly clean, organized bedroom. I thought I would have amazingly sorted laundry. I thought I would have. I thought I was gonna be in a happy relationship and hit like the 6 to 8 to 9 month mark with this guy I really thought I liked. But no, he turned out to be a fucking abusive piece of shit, a manipulator. Like, oh my god, it's like, oh, and it's like that Mike I thought that I really liked, it ended up being bad for me. That other guy I thought I really liked, you know, the one who got me a ruby tennis bracelet on the first date, and the roses, and this, and that. Yeah, that guy ended up being a fucking menace. And then the guy after him, where I was like, okay, you know what, this guy seems sweet and fun and like less committal, that ended up backfiring. That guy ended up being a horny piece of shit who wanted to make me feel bad because, oh, I had to get slightly stern with him after the 8th hey, let me go, because they weren't letting me fucking go and they had their dick out in the middle of a kiss. Like, what the fuck is wrong with them? I hate that. And then it's like, then the guy, it's just like, I'm so tired. A part of me, like, I know I said a while back that seasonal delusion is how you cope, but a part of me, as time goes on, I'm thinking, is it really worth it? Is it really, really worth it? Because, like, how do I put this? I remember I told myself, yeah, I remember last summer I was suffering with Morgan. I told myself, it's okay, at least winter's gonna be good. I told myself last summer, I was like, I'm gonna have a great fall and winter. I'm gonna be having a blast on Halloween. I'm gonna use all my overtime pay. I'm gonna to like do baking, cooking. I'm gonna make like amazing real meals and share it with my housemate because I know they also are isolated from their family. I'm gonna be playing video games. I'm gonna be Twitch streaming. I'm gonna do so much more so that it's not just in what Groundhog Day and endless fucking depression all winter. Guess the fuck what happened? No, an eviction attempt, which also was falsified and also did not like, it's like that. What that like that's like a low point mixed, like, because it's like, okay, lost my job, but I still got lucky enough to get on a production set for a tech company, for Gentech. That, I mean, a genetic based technology, not a specific company. And then it's like, okay, I got to pay off my rent in advance. Everything was going smooth. I was so fucking close to being done, so fucking close. And then guess what happened? Oh, yes, that accidental spill in the hallway. And then next thing you know, all that chaos, and then my housemate trying to formulate a fucking lie so that they could try to evict me at first in under 24 hours. And then I had to convince them to make it 2 to 3 days. Just for finally, everyone thankfully banded around me at the time to be like, no, this is extremely fucking illegal. They have no basis for this. And what they're really trying to do is, like, no, they have no basis for this. Fuck you. And also, they can't just take the rent money that you already paid in advance for all of December. And then that stressed me the fuck out. I did manage to resolve the situation, but by then it's like, oh, all that progress that I had in my bedroom was fucking done. I lost my dresser, I lost my storage ottomans, 2 of them. I lost so much shit that I worked hard to get for years. Things like I had plants that I loved for years fucking die in storage or get broke in the and fucking die in the move. Oh, I had dishes break. I had artwork and bulletin boards and posters fall apart and rip and tear. I had artwork get ruined. I don't know. And that just triggered me so bad because it's like it reminded me of what happened to even get me into this shithole apartment in the first place with my mother roughly 3 years ago. Because it's like, I remember when I lived with her, I thought I was miserable at her house for ages, but towards like right around when I left, yeah, I remember I was thinking, I am so close to being done. So close. So close to like having, because I had my green screen set up, my Blue Yeti mic, my lights. I had several fancy studio lights, some that hung from the ceiling, some that just stood up by themselves. I had, mm, I was so fucking close to being done and having the dream fucking bedroom, so I could at least cope with living in that shitty household. And and it all had to get fucking ruined by some stupid pieces of shit. By my stupid fucking mother over an unvacuumed corner. Because she was having a bad day and she wanted to take it out on any fucking person she could. I am so fucking tired of having a low quality life. And it sucks because guess what? If I fight tooth and fucking nail to get a happy life for myself, and it just, I can hardly breathe right now. I'm just thinking about it. Why do I keep trying? You know? I'm not saying I'm gonna end it. I'm just saying this shit gets exhausting. Do you ever just get fucking exhausted? You're like, wow. I know someone can be like, oh wow, well you still overcame it. Well, it's been 3 fucking years and I don't know if I exactly overcame shit. It's like, okay, now I'm in a new scenario where I have a stupid fucking housemate who's a fucking cunt and treats me like I shouldn't exist, just like my mother treated me like I shouldn't exist and that I was such a burden to be around despite not doing fucking shit to them. And here I am just rotting in my fucking bedroom, feeling fucking miserable, feeling like shit, feeling unhappy, and I try so fucking hard to get this place together. I clean up messes that aren't even mine. I'm trying so fucking hard. Like, I remember I was so close to being happy last winter, but then it's like, no, my last job, the manager had to be such a fucking abusive bitch all the fucking time. And then I remember just waking up like what, November 1st, November 2nd after an amazing Halloween to just her being like, just like, oh, I don't have a job anymore. And I would have been okay had it not been for my housemate just deciding, all right, time for like, and like, if I just was thinking about that earlier, I was like, they were so fucking manipulative. They really were just hoping that I would be so artistic and naive that I would just believe them at face value when they said that the landlord hated me, the building hated me, they were going to file a restraining order against me, and that they just really needed me out, and that I had to be out, and all that, and that like I 100% had to leave in under a day quietly, or else they'd call the cops on me, and this would happen, and threats were made. All that was bullshit. And it's like, actually, and I remember thinking it was suspicious how my housemate just was refusing to let me be by myself, as if they wanted to watch my every move to see what I would do. And they kept trying to, like, they switched between apologizing and just, I don't know. It's like, oh, so you secretly, you just really wanted me out because you were tired of me holding you accountable for shit that you knew you were doing that was wrong. You fucking cunt. I'm gonna send them a text in a second because I don't even care. It's like, fuck it. You know what? I'm not going down without a fight. It just pisses me off how far people will go to do the wrong choice. That's why I've been having more breakdowns. It's like, okay, some people will just do the most evil or fucked up shit. It's like, oh, so you mean to tell me I tipped, and it just baffles me. It's like, okay, now I'm at the stage where it's like, oh, so I tiptoed around you for years and had anxiety for years, and what the fuck do I gain from it? And it makes me feel embarrassed that I was ever scared of you. I think I'm embarrassed by the fact that I'm scared about certain aspects of my life in general. I don't know, man. I just think, what's the point of trying anymore? Because it's like, what if I'm working really hard to try to make this shithole into a shit home, and then eventually just a nice home, just for it to be like, what? What if this is a place I'm not supposed to be at? But if not here, where the fuck else? And that's what frustrates me, is not knowing what comes next. Because it's like, you can think you have it all figured out. But then no, life doesn't want to follow the game plan you have in your head. And sometimes like people say, "Oh, that's cuz God has better plans in store for you." I don't fucking know, dude. I don't fucking know. Seems like for the most of the summer it's like God's been trying to take me the fuck out. Like I'm just saying, like I don't know, like one could see certain things as a blessing because it's like, okay, let's list off the names of the friends that I did cut off. Like I cut off my buddy Seamus because he was making too many like misogynistic remarks and actions that were just not aligning with someone who was a so-called feminist who cared about women. I cut off two comedians who I thought were funny because specifically they were rapist sympathizers, and that's fucking gross. And then on top of that, then it's like, okay, and then I cut off Jonathan because he was out here defending Seamus, knowing damn well that Seamus was being aggressive, hostile, responsibility pushing, victim blaming, just a total fucking cunt. I cut off Sean because Sean was having shit go one ear and out the other, and also was showing signs of patheticness and like secretly tolerating certain shit because he was just a pathetic mongol himself. And then I cut off a whole lot of people, and it's like, damn, that's a shame. All these people, really? And then it's like I had to cut off this guy Joe, and I was like, even fucking Joe? Joe's the nicest guy ever. And it's like, apparently not, because guess what? He was just dapping up your rapist, knowing damn well your rapist was doing bad shit to you. Like, he knows everything and still was hanging out and drinking with that dude. So that's not fucking fun. It's just so fucking frustrating. Like, it's like, okay, I could see it as a blessing that it's like, okay, now I know which people are pussy as shit, misogynistic, not to be trusted. Like, and then, one can even say that it was a good thing because me cutting off my buddy Seamus, like, it led to some tensions for a few months or whatever and some breakdowns, but then they went, you know what, I need to go back to AA. And I should probably break up with this bitch I'm with, and I should probably work on being a healthier, better, sweeter person. And he did, and that's fucking nice. And I'm glad that he at least tried. And then, me losing my job last winter, one can even say, like, that sucked, but at the same time, I did kind of get to rebuild my mental health in some ways and not others. It's like, yeah, it's like I got to call that bitch a cunt after and say that she had a fucked up ass forehead with a dent in it and that she looked like she was built like the boss baby at 24 years old, maybe 25. But yeah, she was not aging cute with her little buck teeth, big gum ass. And I got to make her ass big mad, and that works for me, sweetie. I got to embrace, like, I don't know. It's like there's some good and there's some bad that comes, but I'm just gonna say it. Sometimes the bad is way too fucking bad. It just gets really fucking annoying. It's like, like I said, I want to wake up and feel joy. I want to wake up and feel joy and spring outside and be able to go, yippee, I have a world of opportunity and friends who want to talk to me and friends who want to meet me. But shit's been the trenches between the economy and between the bullshit my job has tried to pull and just everything. It's like, fuck. Can a girl just wake up and be happy? Like, really? Like, why are so many dudes just like rapist aligned or predatory as fuck? Why's it gotta be like that? Can I have a date with someone where they aren't either lying, condescending as fuck, ridiculously stupid, or just like technically very evil to women? I'm tired of meeting men who deserve to be on a registry on a date. It's so fucking exhausting. Or trusting people on, like, it's like, oh, I have faith in this relationship because this guy seems sweet and I can picture us having an amazing summer together. Nope, he got out. Like, he's not in my life anymore. Why? Because he was a predatory son of a bitch, because he wanted to act like a fucking rapist. And so therefore it's like, yeah, never mind, dude. I would prefer to just like be alone instead of dating the type of dude who would ever do what, like, that's not what my future husband would do. That's not what someone who would love me would do. So I can just like be with other people who probably don't care about me either, but at least do better by me. In fact, funny enough, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I don't know, they went from being like such a generous, loving person, that's how they all start, to eventually they were just like, ooh, like, I think there was a lot of things that just happened within the like final 2 to 3 weeks of me knowing them. But one of them that kind of stuck to me was when, like, we were ordering Domino's. They were like, I have one pizza that I'm ordering for Natalie. We're gonna just give it to her and she'll be in her room. And then I'll order one for us. And it was the like Domino's like $5.99 deal. So it was gonna cost him like $12. And then I just asked, ooh, can you order some of those buffalo wings? I mean, the little bonus wings or whatever. They have really good like decorated bonus wings. He was like, depends which flavor. And I said, oh, I was really wanting the barbecue ones. And then he said, would you do spicy buffalo pineapple? And I said, honestly, I don't have the stomach for that. And then he kind of got temperamental and he was like, well, if we can't agree on them, I'm just not gonna get them. And something that kind of stuck to me was like, okay, if you're comfortable not getting them and they're only $6, then I don't see why you just wouldn't get the flavor that I wanted, because you were totally fine not having them and I wanted them for myself. I would have shared them, of course, yeah, but I don't know. It's like, I'm not worth $6. And then, funny enough, with the pizza, when I actually did get there, like, he ate more than I ever did, and I was hungry. So, yeah, that wasn't fun. I just had to share that as a little anecdote. But just, I don't know. I want life to not be the trenches. And I just, do you know how, well, the past few weeks alone, it has just been me trying not to do deep, guttural screams of agony and hell. Because, why God? Why God? Why ancestors? Why universe? Why higher powers? Why? I am not your strongest fucking soldier. I am not. I am your baddest bitch. I am your sweetie pie. I'm your cutie pie. I'm your sugar baby. I am not your strongest soldier. Stop putting me through adversity. Can a bit, like, really? It's like, I could just be like, cool, I'm almost done with my bedroom, and then next thing you know, a pipe bursts in my fucking wall, and it's like, oh, hey, yeah, you're gonna have this big, ugly plastic tarp in your wall now, and we're gonna fix it in 2 months. It hasn't been fixed to this day. It's been almost a whole fucking year. Mm. I don't know. It's just, it's tiresome to know that you can try and try and try, and some things will just fail in the end. But I guess one can say, oh, well, aren't you happy you tried it all? Aren't you happy that you still made the artwork even though it got destroyed? Aren't you happy you still made the talk show set to prove that you are able to do so and achieve your goals, even though you had to be shown that your mom's house was not the right environment for it? Don't you feel proud of yourself that you had that luxury concierge job in the first place, even though you did eventually have to get fired from it because you had to tell your boss not to be a condescending bitch? I didn't say those exact words, but, you know, she still has to set a fucking boundary. And just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm tired of things getting bad. I know that it can make me stronger, and that, like, I don't know, sometimes good things did happen along the way. Like, I can't take back the fact that I dated Morgan, but I can at least appreciate the few times that went well that were sweet between us. I can't take back that I dated Jared, but I can at least appreciate the good that came. I guess I'm just scared of the bad that comes with the good. Because it always is really fucking bad, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I don't like being in situations where I have to make my own mutual aid posts or post on GoFundMe's or whatever. I don't like that. I don't like how it was when it was like, oh, look, my ribs are sticking out through my clothes type shit. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like to be miserable. I want to be fucking happy. But no, people want to be fucking weird. People want to be fucking weird. Things want to be fucking weird. It's like, okay, can I stop meeting predators, please? Can I meet someone who actually, like, if you told them about what rape is, they'd be like, oh, yes, that's a bad thing. Can I meet people who are like, yes, I will take care of my own messes and not cause you any disturbances? Can I meet people who actually will be communicating and, like, not have an ego and be decent? Can I meet sweetie pies? I would love sweetie pies and sweet people and kind people and nice acts. I'm tired of this shit. I am so close to going off. Anyway, the good thing about making these videos is that usually, instead of me just feeling like exiting this planet, which I probably wasn't going to do anyway, I was just feeling that way, is that usually instead it's like, fuck no, I'm just going to send those fucking risky texts. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, because be fucking respectful. Act like you have some fucking sense. And the world needs to act like they have some sense, because it's like, yeah, I'm mad at my recent employer because it's like, why are you getting an attitude with me for simply slightly talking to you about the fact that I'm not going to get money for my rent tomorrow? And I'm the one who's wronged. Why, like, really, bitch? Why are you mad at me? Because, like, yeah, nothing even happened to you. I don't know. I'm just so tired of this fucking planet. I'm tired of this shit. But I guess, like, optimism is what keeps people going. Perseverance, you learn lessons. I even had on my date the other day with this fucking guy who was such an alcoholic piece of shit. But a nicer type of alcoholic piece of shit out of the alcoholic pieces of shit that exist. Like, he only had 2 annoying condescending rants, and they weren't too bad. He was just, ugh. Either way, something that we talked about before he had way too many fucking martinis was, he said that the fucked up thing about colonization and, like, conquering other countries and war is that sadly good does come from it and innovation does come from it. It's a tragic thing that is inevitable. Yeah, like, I don't know what the fuck I forgot the point of the gold rush, but that did some shit. A lot of bad shit happened. People were killing their fucking babies and wives and shit if that meant they could go on a long trek to California to pan for fucking gold in the dirt. People were going absolutely fucking ape shit. Ape shit. It's like, people need to just be normal. Normal as fuck. And I hate that people can't be normal. It's like, I want, yeah. And I guess, like, I don't know, I guess some things can still work out. Like, this summer wasn't entirely bad. It's like, okay, I didn't get to do every single thing I wanted this summer. Like, it's like, okay, I didn't stay in a loving relationship with the vapey toxic piece of shit, but you know what I did do? I got to embarrass that motherfucker by letting him end things with me and not giving him entrance to come back. And then, frankly, being able to have someone new swoop me away to Lake Tahoe and have a wonderful time splashing around and shotgunning beers at Zephyr Cove and the other locations with me. And I still got to meet Riley, and even though Riley was a piece of shit in his own way, like, I don't know, I guess bad does come with the good, but it happens. Like, for example, I met Riley when I was in a dark place. Did that feel fantastic? Absolutely. I loved that it's like he was a generous, sweet guy who has everything I've ever manifested in a guy. This feels so lovely. And then time went on, and then we had a second date that was a lot of fun. And he was like, hey, for your birthday, I want to like do a helicopter ride with you and take you like somewhere like nice, like a waterfront restaurant, and we could get your like makeup done, hair done, like do all this stuff, because you know he was big money and stuff. So it's like, okay. But then guess what, that didn't go to plan. He showed his true colors. His ex showed how her hands work. Not bad. And over time it's like, hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But it doesn't mean I regret meeting Riley. If anything, it's good that I met Riley, because he still showed me how to be treated, and I guess like how absolutely not to be treated, and that also men will fucking play in your face and like act like you're the problem. And a lot of men, no matter how sweet, can actually be fucking terrible people. So therefore, don't hesitate to ask for what you want in a store with a man with money, because he will not hesitate to lie to you and say that he's been separated from his ex for like half a year when it's only been a month. And then time went on. And then, hell, I met that next dude, Ryan. And I remember Ryan was pretty cool on the first date. Yeah, he was pretty cool on the first date. I forget what else happened to him, but eventually, like, time went on. We had our second date at the farmer's market. And he did things that pissed me off. He did things that were cool. But I just kind of thought, okay, this dude's just been talking about himself the whole time. I'll just make breaks in the conversation by asking him to buy me things. And if he ever pisses me off, I'm not gonna confront him about it. I'm just gonna get quiet, because men get scared when I get quiet, and sometimes that's what you have to do instead of expecting them to communicate like fucking adults. And then guess what? Because of that, I got another tennis bracelet, and I got a lot of goodies from the farmer's market, and learned the valuable lesson of ask what you want. People who care about you will provide, and don't be afraid to set boundaries, and a few other lessons. Things, of course, did not go very well with Mr. Ryan, but whatever, who cares? And then time went on again. Am I getting a zit? Oh, I am. Jesus, how did that happen? Whatever, I need to do a face mask soon. That's neither here nor there, then. But, and then, as time went on, here's what else happened. Yeah. And ever since then, it's like, I'm just kind of been in like the mental toll has been awful, because it's like, okay, just random moments where it's hard to not have a panic attack. Hard not to scream. Hard not to crash out. Like, I remember after the Riley incident and how bad that went, it took, like, I wanted to scream literally every single fucking 5 minutes. I felt horrendous. I felt nightmarish. I felt terrible. It was terrible. That shit was fucking demonically bad. I actually was like, what did I do to deserve this, Lord? I've been pretty nice. Like, I left my abusive ex and I didn't even do anything too fucked up. I just left him. Like, and he's the rapist. I left him quietly. Like, sure, did I talk shit about him sending $3,000 to Angel Youngs online? Yes. But, like, outside of that, not really a lot that I've done bad. So why, God? Why are you tormenting me by bringing me the perfect guy and doing this? But then I guess it was he really the perfect guy if I felt afraid to even ask him to get me a fucking bar of body scrub from fucking Lush when he said himself that it was affordable, and he has shown his generous traits? Exactly. So I either was I like that showed I still had to learn a lesson about my self-esteem from that. Like, hey, if he truly loves you and adores you, and if he's truly your perfect guy, he would not say no. And if he, so yeah, and it turns out he wasn't the perfect guy for a lot of reasons. Anyway, I feel a little better after making this video. That's kind of why I make them. But yeah, I feel good. It's just like, I guess I'm still optimistic. All you can really do is be optimistic. And then, I don't know, my birthday, I think this happened because my birthday was coming up, and like the drunken alcoholic guy, he was talking about taking me to Cali Island, but then he let me down. So, and then he also worked for production, like he has his own production company for filmmaking and everything, and I was hoping we could collaborate on some scripts, and like I could finally be like, oh yes, I can finally get like a leg up on my goals of being a director and do this and that. But no, it didn't work out. Why? Because that guy decided to get fucking 4 martinis and 3 glasses of wine, and then kept the drinks coming even after that, to the point where he was sloppy drunk and probably doesn't remember any of our date. And he's old too, so he probably got a hangover that's gonna lasted him several days. But yeah, he's a fucking asshole. So I'm depressed over that. It's like, okay. It's like Ryan saved my birthday in his phone, and me and him aren't on good terms. Riley had all those amazing plans for my birthday, and aren't gonna happen. And it's like, so it's like, okay. But objectively, life is not bad. Because it's like, if you think about it, just like, hell, even last night or several times, I've been thinking, like, wouldn't it be fucked up if I killed myself a few days just before 24? That would be fucked up. But instead, it's like, oh, look, I'm about to make it to 24. And it's actually not that bad objectively. It's like I still hit a bunch of milestones. A lot of good happened. Sure, I didn't check off everything on my checklist, but I still checked off some, and that's more than zero. And that's still a win in my book. And I still had faith and persevered through the bad, and also enjoyed a lot of good that caught me by surprise, and I loved it. God bless. And because of that, life just felt amazing. So yeah, that's how I feel. And I guess now it's just like, okay, well, if I like, you still gotta try. That's the gist. Is that you still gotta go. Okay, this will be on my birthday wish list, and if someone buys something, cool, and if not, oh well. And then it'll be like, this is, how do I put this? If I have a checklist of all the things I want to do this winter again, and they do, like, it's like, okay, I didn't make pot roast and like tons of snickerdoodles and like do all the celebrations last winter, but that's okay. That's okay, because you know what? I still celebrated New Year's playing amazing video games I love, drinking this nice Korean strong syrup I made at home with some nice soda and a little bit of apple cider from the store. I stood up for myself when I needed to. I embraced, I took up space, I loved myself, I enjoyed my time. I had big bowls of fucking chicken and pesto pasta with tons of cheese like I like it. And I felt whole and full. And I didn't feel alone, I felt happy. God bless me, amen. And sometimes you have to just do that. So, sure, I don't know what's going to happen on my birthday. I don't know if a few days from now I'm going to wake up to a million birthday messages from people on Instagram, or maybe none at all, because I already haven't been getting any messages. For all I know, I could, like, hell, it's like I could spend my birthday wearing like some fantastic, like, sexy pink wig and all my best jewelry and a surprisingly cute last minute tossed together outfit. And I could go out for, like, like nice French food, or maybe even Colombian food, or this or that. And actually, that does sound good. I'm gonna have to write those down. I wouldn't mind some duck confit or some empanadas. And just, yeah, I want to feel good. And I want to feel good and whole. And that's like my goal. That rhymes. And yeah, and even if I don't achieve anything, frankly, as long as I wake up and I woke up and I'm 24, and like that works for me. And I can get myself a little sweet treat and like sing happy birthday to myself with a candle in it, and then take a nice long nap and sunbathe and take a stroll and enjoy myself and just enjoy that I've made it to that day. And I thought that I wouldn't even live that long. I'd say that would just be enough. Because it's okay. Not everything needs to be a celebration, but maybe some things are a celebration just because they happen. Not because, like, we make massive fanfare, but just because they occur. And I think that's beautiful. I guess this reminds me of this lady online who was like, I feel so fucking pathetic because, oh, my child's, like, first birthday is here, and I couldn't celebrate with a party for them. All I could do is get them some like cheap $1 cupcakes from the store, and like put on some cartoons, and like give them like a rubber ball with their brother. And I think I'm such a bad parent. I'm crying in the kitchen. And I had to tell that lady online, I was like, hey, listen, when I was young, my mother used to make us feel bad by, like, if we were struggling, she'd be like, oh, hey, kids, just so you know, I'm still poor and suffering, and like I need to get some, like, she'd be like, I need to get some chicken nuggets from you, blah blah blah. I mean, sorry, I got a little distracted. She was like, hey kids, we're poor right now, so this is all I can do for you. I can only do chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. And I looked at her and said, don't worry, I like chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. And she was like, be quiet, Tamia. But it's like, no, I meant it, because I was like fucking 4 or 6. Why are you complaining to me about your financial woes? It's like, bitch, I'm a 4-year-old. In my mind, it's yippee! Chicken nuggets? And mac and cheese? Ah, what did I do to deserve this bliss? Ah, Life is wonderful, you know? Like, kids don't give a shit. I had to tell her, it's like, kids will be happy. If you just simply go, kids, we got cupcakes, woo! They will be happy. They will not give a shit if there's other adults there, this, or that. In fact, I remember once, yeah, actually, I do have some good analogies. I remember my birthday when I was turned 20. It was with this lame ass ex who I don't even want to mention, but they were a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. He's in San Jose. Ugh. If I had a nickel for every time I had beef with a white twink from San Jose who made a lot of money but did stuff to make me hate them all over a woman and a bunch of fucking lies, I'd have like 10 cents, which isn't a lot. It's just strange that it happened twice. Moving on. I remember, like, it's still debated on if he lied or not about the restaurant that was super fancy that we were gonna go to, if it burned down or not. Maybe he was just trying to be stingy and low effort and all that shit, or maybe it actually did burn down in the fires back then. All I know is we went to, like, this nice park in San Jose instead, the Rose Garden, with a big magnificent fountain in the middle. And he was like, oh, he was like, I'm so sorry. He was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that this is all that I can really do for you. I feel awful. I feel like a kid. I mean, I feel like a parent who wants to take their kid to like Disneyland in the zombie apocalypse, but the zombie apocalypse happened, so they can't. And I said, don't feel bad. I feel completely happy. Why? Because I'm autistic, and I was just like, I smell the beautiful roses. I hear the beautiful fountain. Ah, I feel the mist of the fountain on my skin. This is and the sun on my skin. This is heavenly bliss. Just laying there with the person I loved and cared about most for like an hour or so before they got sunburnt was fucking blissful. And then afterwards, we were gonna get Indian food, but then instead we got like Wiener Schnitzel, and we just ate that at home while watching shows on Amazon Prime. And they kept telling me they felt super bad, but I was like, don't be. This was amazing. But you know what they did? They surprised me. They still wanted to make it up to me. Like, they had highs and lows as a person themselves. It's still debatable on if I regret dating them or not. Let's just say they were someone who was pivotal to my growth, so I had to date them. And good came from it, bad came from it, but you know what? Lessons were learned, and I still got good treatment along the way. He surprised me with two different types of birthday cakes. One tres leches and one, I think it was marble cake? I think. They were pretty good, even though one had fucking someone's broken off fingernail in it. That was disgusting. And the other one spoiled by the next morning. But you know what? A win is a win. And he got me a bouquet of all my favorite flowers and all my favorite colors. And that was wonderful. I appreciate that highly. Yeah, and that was pretty good. He didn't even need to do that. I already felt it was a satisfying birthday, but when he did that, it made it better. But also, another analogy that probably fits even better, my friend Illingston, they're wonderful. Well, that's their nickname. Let's call them Chrissy. They were like, hey, just so you know, I'm coming through for your birthday, and they took me on a run to get free pancakes from Denny's and any other places we could get free stuff from. They took me there, and then we ended up going to. They ended up actually taking me to get some free burrito from this place that had a deal that was awesome. And then they also surprised me with the balloon. And they saw me so touched that I almost was driven to tears. Actually, I was over the balloon, and I was having a great fucking time. They said, Jesus Christ, Tamia, you've never had a balloon before? I said, I haven't had a balloon in years. I forgot how much fun it is to play with these. I haven't played with a balloon in like probably more than fuck. Like, I have not, like, the pandemic happened, and then even before then, I wasn't really going out to events or parties. So you forget the bliss and joy of just having a cute little helium balloon to bop against your head and stuff. It's so much fucking fun. If you're depressed, blow up a balloon and bop it around your room by yourself. You will have a great time like a fucking feral cat with its toys, you know? Oh, it's amazing. Like experiencing toys for the first time is what I mean. But yeah, that's how I felt. And they got me a slice of cake and they sang me happy birthday. And that just meant the world to me. And I cried and I felt so good. But yeah, sometimes shit doesn't go to plan. Sometimes you won't have big fanfare birthdays. Sometimes you won't have big fanfare relationships. Sometimes you do and they turn shitty. But it's like, I guess it's more like the experience of life along the way is just trusting that good will come to you more. And that sometimes it doesn't even have to be the big moments. You'll be shocked by how small a moment can be and how much it can mean to you. Because it'll actually mean so much more to you. Because it's like, okay, this guy didn't take me to the most fancy restaurant in all of the city and take me to Nordstrom or whatever, but you know what? He still got me a bouquet of roses and some cake. And then even for my ex-boyfriend Liam, he's a sweetie pie. I adore him. He's wonderful. He deserves so much good in life. I remember one year he just was like, hey, to me, I got you a surprise. And he actually surprised me by getting my favorite video game beholder on the PlayStation and playing it with me. Even though he didn't fully understand the game mechanics, he still had a blast with me playing it and seeing how excited I was. And he DoorDashed us burgers and slices of cake and We just played for hours that way, and it was really sweet, and it touched me a lot just doing that with his brothers. Uh, so yeah, that was beautiful. I don't even like his brothers, but I will say that was a good memory, at least of like not feeling alone. So yeah, I gotta just remind myself that I will love my own company, and I will have others that will give me wonderful company. And good moments can be fleeting, but so can the bad. And then anything that sticks, it's okay. You're gonna learn a lesson, or you're gonna have like some sort of valuable experience come from it one way or another. And if good things stick in your life, cherish them while you can, save them, appreciate them, and when they're gone, you can at least say that you had them, no matter how bad it turns out to be later on. Anyway, I love you. Peace out. Bye.